I like what? Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I want to go ahead and do a no foundation routine for you guys for the summertime, okay? It is too hot to be doing all of that right now. So this is my favorite go-to routine at the moment. And the orange cheeks, the orange lips, the orange shirt, everything just giving me life right now. I am obsessed with it. So in case you're interested, all the links are down below to the products that I use, you know, in this video. So I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. And in case if you're wondering about this hair, I did it myself. I filmed it for you guys and it will be up later on this week. Okay, so make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe. I'm so excited for you guys to check out this look. And let me know your thoughts down below and let's get right into it. So I'm super excited for this look because my last video, I believe it was my April favorites. You guys would tell me how much you loved that look, and it's what I'm gonna do for you guys today. No foundation, just concealer, and it's gonna come out bomb. All right, just trust me. But before I do start, this hair, y'all, I did it myself, okay? So I will put a tutorial for you guys this week, so be on the lookout for that in case you are interested. So start off with my face. I'm gonna use the Danessa Myricks Universal Blur and Balm. You guys know how much I love this stuff, especially if you do have oily skin. You guys, this is perfect for you because it just controls your oils and it blends right into the skin, doesn't leave any weird cast. So I'm gonna take your mini spatula and scoop some out and just apply it on my face. One thing about me, even if I'm not wearing foundation, I still want to prep the skin really nicely because it will allow for you to like look good throughout the day. So I take some of this all over the face. And also because it is hot outside, we have to use some SPF. I'm using the St. Jane Luxury Skin Ritual Pore Smoothing SPF 30. This is a primer and a sunscreen in one, so it's just the best. Like, where do you find out nowadays? So I'm gonna take this and use a 2-finger rule. I kind of just use a little bit more. And it's so crazy because I've been using this since the last Sephora VIP sale from last year and it still hasn't run out, which is crazy. But I'm not complaining, y'all, because it is low-key expensive. I think it was like $35. Like, it's not terrible, but I just knew it was gonna run out really fast and it doesn't. So yeah, this is what it looks like. You guys can see it doesn't leave a white cast on the face, but I love the fact that it controls my oils and also like preps my skin for makeup. It is just the absolute best. So while I let the skin dry, I'm gonna move on to the concealers that I use for underneath my eyes and my dark spots as well. So I use the Il Makiage Effet and Flawless Multi-Use Perfecting Concealer. This stuff is so good, y'all, because you just apply it on your face and you don't have to set it with powder. Like, it literally sets itself. And I didn't believe it at first when they sent this over to me, but literally, y'all, like, I don't have to set it at all. And this is not sponsored by any means, but I did get this last year and I actually used the shade 15.5. This is my perfect shade, but completely, y'all, I have ran out of this. Like, there's nothing left in this at all, so it's really sad. But I do have another shade that they sent me in 15.25. It is not my perfect match, but it works, okay? So I'm gonna use this, and what I do, y'all, honestly, is I take the concealer and I swipe underneath the eye like so. And you can use what else do I use? I used to use another one back in the day. I believe it was the Fenty concealer. I really like that formula. But you just go ahead and apply it on the face like so. Now the dark marks on my face, I'm gonna just tap some product on those areas. And one thing I will say, y'all, like, my skin, it has just been like a huge improvement, you know, compared to the past couple of years. It just looks so good without foundation, so I really don't need too much of this. I'm just applying it in the areas that, you know, just need a little bit of a touch up. So let's go ahead and do that. And then some on my forehead. And one area that I still, you know, go over is around my mouth, just because I do have a little bit of darkness. So I like to cover that too, just like so. And you give it 30 seconds to set, and then you're gonna blend it out. It'll just give you a little bit more coverage. So now I'm gonna take my sponge and just blend, you know, the concealer into the skin. If you ask me, I do prefer a brush. I just didn't bring one and I don't feel like getting up. So we're gonna take our sponge and just blend everything in. And one thing I will say, don't expect, you know, flawless 100% skin. Like, that's not the look that I'm going for. I just want to look like myself, but just a little bit better, like a little bit of a touch up. So that's what we're doing today. So just tap the product in and blend it out. And it really helps if you find your perfect skin tone shade. That way it doesn't look like you're wearing anything on your face. And then I'm gonna blend the under eyes out to cover up my dark circles. So once I blend a concealer into my skin, one of my favorite makeup products to go into is the NARS Laguna No. 4 Bronzing Cream. This stuff makes me look like I'm literally on vacation, that I just got a tan. I just love the way this looks. So I always go ahead and use this, and you just need a little bit, y'all, because a little bit goes a long way. And I just take this and apply it around the perimeter of my face. And it adds the most beautiful color, you guys. Like, just watch how it just slowly transforms my face. Like, obsessed. And I'm gonna do the other side, same thing. Just bronzing the face up just a little bit before we set the under eyes with some powder. Y'all can just see, like, baby, I just came back from the Bahamas. I just came back from vacation. Like, that's what it's given right now, okay? So before I go ahead and set my under eyes, I'm going to use my Makeup Forever HD Skin Matte Velvet Powder in the shade 4N68. I'm going to take this in the areas that need a little bit more coverage. We're not doing a full face of this, just, you know, certain spots that I can kind of still see my dark marks. I go ahead and use this in those areas. This powder, y'all, I swear, it literally just makes your skin look like perfection. Like, I didn't go crazy with it all over the face, just in the areas that needed it. And my face just looks a little bit more put together, okay? I love it so much. Now, we're gonna set the under eyes using my Huda Beauty powder. I'm actually gonna use the shade Banana Bread today. I just want something a little bit lighter underneath the eyes. And this is the mini one, in case you're wondering. This is not the regular size when it comes to their powder, but I'm just gonna lightly set the under eyes. But first, let me blend out any creases that I may have before I do so. Okay, perfect. And then we're gonna take some of this and just tap underneath the eyes. And I typically use the shade Kunafa, but this shade has just been doing it for me. Like, y'all just see how my under eyes looks a little bit brighter. Kunafa kind of just blends a little bit too much into my skin and doesn't really give me a highlight. So Banana Bread is like my go-to as of lately. I just love the way it looks on my face. Now, I still like to bronze on top of my cream bronzer. So I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade Tan No. 3. Y'all, I need a new one bad, okay? Like, when I tell y'all there's pieces in here that I have to keep breaking, it's crazy. I need a new one so bad. So I need to hop on that. But for now, a little bit, I'm just gonna take this and just bronze up the face just a little bit more. In the summer, I like to look super tan and just bronzy and just go crazy, okay? So I just go all around my face and just add a little bit more color. And then, of course, to set my face, I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So moving on to my favorite part, and the part that you guys kept asking about in that video when I, did this whole look, is the blush. All right, so on my face, I'm using the Rare Beauty Love Blush. This is honestly one of my favorite orangey cream blushes out there. It is so stunning, always looks good, my favorite for the summertime. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on my cheeks. And I truly do need a new one. I'm literally scraping at this point, but I just dot it all over. That's probably a little bit too much, to be honest, but it's okay. The more blush, the better. Like, it's my favorite part of my makeup routine. So I'm gonna take a stippling brush and just pounce this all over. and really build this up. Typically, I go ahead and use a powder blush on top of my cream blush, but this one is a matte formula, so I really don't need to do all of that. It stays on all day. And y'all just see like how beautiful this looks. It is stunning. It is absolutely stunning. And let me blend the other side before it dries down. But in case you're wondering, I love using this with a stippling brush. I noticed that my sponge, I don't know, something about it doesn't act right when I use that. So using a brush is a little bit better. Tell me this blush isn't stunning, especially when you wear like an orange shirt as well. It just brings out the color. I love it so much. Anyways, moving on to highlighter. I'm gonna use my Refi highlighter, of course, in the shade Topaz. Y'all know it is my favorite out there. It's all I use nowadays. And I just take a sponge and tap a little bit of this on there, and I put it on the high points of my cheek. Like, it always just looks so wet, so natural on the face. Cannot get over it. I'm gonna tap that all over. And I kind of like going a little bit crazy with highlighter. For the summertime, like, we want to be glowy, we want to be shiny, like all of that. So I use kind of like a heavy hand, but it always looks so good. Look at that. Now, last but not least is the lips. The lips, I feel like, brings it all together, okay? You guys were always asking for the blush and now the lips. So for the lips, I actually use the Merit Beauty lip oil in the shade Cara Cara. Like, it is a stunning orangey lip oil, you guys. I was so surprised that it took me so long to find this. I didn't realize it had an orangey lip oil, and this is my favorite lip product, you know, in the whole entire world. So I'm gonna use this all over my lips, but to line my lips, I'm gonna use my Beauty by CHICHI from my brand Allure lip liner. It's like a brown lip liner, and this too, go crazy. All right, so let me go ahead and line my lips. So now let's apply the lip oil in the shade Cara Cara. Like, I mean, y'all, like, come on. This is the perfect routine for the summertime. I, like, what? I cannot get over this look. It looks so stunning. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely go ahead and get these products. I put the links down below for you guys. That way you can go ahead and just quickly access it. But like the blush, the lips, just the whole entire look, and there's no liquid foundation. This is just mostly my skin out here. I'm obsessed with this. So if you do go ahead and try it out, let me know down below. Make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm just obsessed with this. I can't.